Hello and welcome. Today we are going to read a nonfiction article called Virtual Worlds Community in a Computer. These days, you don't have to leave your home to have fun or to play with other people. Within the world of a video game, a person can kick a virtual soccer ball, defeat a virtual army, or build a virtual city. Two players from opposite sides of the world can team up and create plans and work together. Video games are played in 2 out of 3 households in the United States. These games have never been more popular or controversial. Some people say video games can help players learn skills such as quick thinking or problem solving. There's also evidence that gaming can be harmful to players' health and other parts of their lives. All right, so we're going to read the pros section, and then on the other next page, we're going to read the cons. Pros. Teamwork and community. For people who are shy, video gaming can be a way to learn how to interact with others. Massively multiplayer online games, or MMOGs, are video games that allow thousands of players around the world to play the same video game at the same time. Often, each MMOG player creates a virtual character that interacts with other players' characters in the virtual world. Players work together to accomplish goals, for example, building cities or defeating an army. In order to be successful in an MMOG game, players have to spend lots of time playing and cooperating with others. All right. Improved motor skills. There is evidence that video gaming may improve our motor skills, boosting your ability to use your muscles to do things. Gaming may also improve your hand-eye coordination, or how well your eyes and hands work together. Playing video games may also help increase your speed in responding to a situation. This can help with all kinds of real-world activities. Some video game programs even simulate or imitate certain activities to help people practice skills they would need in their careers. Using video games called simulation programs, airplane pilots, firefighters, and police officers can all practice skills needed for their jobs. The more that people can practice their skills, the more confident and better they become using them in real life. Right. Problem solving. In the United States, intelligence test scores are rising higher than ever before. Some researchers say that one reason could be video gaming. Virtual games present a series of problems that players must solve to succeed in the game. Like anything that is mentally challenging, this could make people smarter. In the fast-paced modern world, where decisions often need to be made quickly, young people could be learning skills that will help them to succeed in the future. Playing to learn. If video games could be used in the classroom, perhaps students would be able to pay more attention to what they are learning. For example, when learning about historical events such as a battle, students could put themselves in the place of the soldier to help understand the situation better. And here's a little picture with a comment. A pilot using a simulation program can practice skills such as performing an emergency landing without getting hurt. That was the pros. Right, here come the cons. Con. Real world isolation. Video game critics worry that young people who spend too much time playing video games might not learn important social skills needed to make friends and succeed in the real world. Interacting with a person in an online video game is very different from interacting with a person face to face. The etiquette or how someone is expected to behave is different within each setting. So when a person might feel confident and make friends easily in the virtual world, outside of that world, he or she might feel increasingly shy and have trouble talking to people. Health risks. Apart from exercising the hands and wrists, video gaming isn't a very physical activity. Young people who spend hours gaming each day may not get enough exercise. One study found that teens who play video games ate more food, which could lead to overeating and weight problems over time. Doctors have also found that some gamers complain of eye strain, headaches, and wrist pain. People who spend hours playing these games can also develop problems such as RSI, repetitive strain injury, repetitive strain injury, which occurs when a person repeats the same action over and over for hours. Additionally, some people argue that since gamers can engage in dangerous behaviors such as racing fast cars at fast speeds within the game world without worrying about hurting themselves or others, they might feel encouraged to take dangerous risks in real life. Violent tendencies. Critics argue that violent video games can encourage players to problem solve using violence. A 2011 study monitoring brain reaction to violent video games found that the brains of people who played violent video games were less sensitive to violence than the brains in those players of non-violent video games. Because of their brains were less sensitive to violence, players of violent video games were more likely to respond to situations with aggression. Behind on the books. Teachers worry that students who spend hours playing video games may fall behind on schoolwork. There is also a risk that using the video games such as learning tools would keep students from learning the importance of using their imaginations. Reading helps people learn and think about information independently. Through reading, a person uses his or her imagination to understand ideas. Educational video games in classroom might discourage students from learning how to think imaginatively. And the caption for this picture: it's easy to lose track of time in an intense video game session, which means that schoolwork can suffer. All right, thank you so much for listening to this article on the pros and cons of virtual worlds. Thank you so much.